It is entirely true on that aspect.
As is tradition, we always start off our most interesting D&D sessions with a loud belch. Uh, welcome. Welcome, one and all. Last time we left off, the party managed to find their way through a old, ancient, ruined city. Through the loss of a lot of interesting loot and uniqueness, the party managed to gain a old ancient crown and granted it to the prince, Ogain specifically, of the Vidan. Without knowing, they have managed to nominate the next king, and who has now become king on and sits upon his throne. However, this all happened while at the same time as our good friend Bardris made an amazing deal with an unknown person who snapped the neck of a lich that was bothering them. Mm-hmm. Upon this, he caused extreme fright amongst the citizens of Thromgollen and was immediately exiled from the city. The party would begin heading on the western road towards Gebesaro, a small warrior caste outpost on their way to Oventium. We come back to the campaign about 4 days later, having made it finally to the entrance to Gebesaro, a small town, even smaller than the others that you visited. This is mostly a military outpost where you see tents and fortifications all towards the road that continues west. That way seems to be blocked off with a rather large and impressive barrier that seems to be set up that only allows the few to come through, and everyone seems to be getting scanned by what looks to be wizards and their strange wand-like devices. The city seems to have a few training camps about as warrior caste seem to be training left and right, and no normal citizens or merchants can be found in this town. You have no idea who's in charge. You're allowed through mostly because the alert or the order was given by Prince Ogain ahead of you to allow you through the city. You have the choice to stop in, or you can continue on past the city and head straight for Oventium.
Hello, friends.
I look at Bardris and Vasul. Don't you guys want to get some training back there? Since you weren't able to, wouldn't be a bad time to stop.
I mean, it sounds like a good idea.
You see Vasul has grabbed a big giant thing of lard and is just eating it.
Yeah.
Vasul, stay out of the provisions.
I'm hungry. You haven't fed me in 3 days.
You're allowed to eat, just don't eat the lard. That's bad for you.
It's good for me.
No, it's I'm wrestling the lard away from him.
Good for the soul.
You, the 3-foot gnome.
I am taking the lard away and giving him a bag of nuts.
The soul man.
I'm gonna resist.
No, I'm gonna ask the soul. Can I have the lord, please?
Well,
Okay.
before that happens, Tilcat, give me a strength check. Vasul, give me an athletics check.
Did you lose?
Don't bother. His regular strength is more.
Oh, you know what? The athletics,
one.
I rolled a 10.
All right.
I'm gonna roll the 4.
So Vasul, as you go to try and wrestle it, or as you watch this small gnome come up to you and start grabbing on this rather large tub, he manages to pull a little bit before you finally pull it back and hold it to your chest again. As Tilcat loses the grip and falls into the wagon.
How did you think that was going to go?
Oh yeah, I remembered something that you called. Was there anything in the wagon? Because I remember you saying shit last time. Fucking.
It's stocked with provisions for the trip.
You have about 3 weeks worth of provisions. So about 20 days of worth of rations for each of you. So in total, that's 2 times 4, 80 days worth of rations. Or in your case, 20 for each of you. There is a random chest that has been sealed with a rather large lock on it. And 2 barrels. One is full of some sort of whiskey-like drink, and the other was full of lard until Vasul got a hold of it.
we have a key to the box?
You do not.
Someone open box.
I will say you do have 2 war horses and a full wagon, so one of you can put it in your inventory.
I have my spider.
Congratulations, Brazi.
Good for you.
I'll add the war horses and cart to mine.
Okay.
I'm in the pack mule.
I mean, I can add the war horse. I already have 1 war horse. I can just add 2 more.
I mean, I could have one for a mount.
No, they're pulling the wagon. That's the whole thing.
Not for long.
You touch
Are
the
you
war
gonna-
horse.
You touch the war horse and no more lard for you.
Oh?
I think he already ate all the lard. I don't think he can.
As you
Yeah,
say
we will
this,
procure more.
you look at Vasul scraping the bottom and not pulling anything up.
We are not procuring more lard if you try and take a war horse.
Vasul, you have gained 5 pounds. Feel free to add that to your character sheet.
I'm adding 2 to mine.
Yeah.
I'm adding 2 war horses to mine, so don't worry
Okay.
about it, okay? I'm just throwing them in the wagon.
That's fine. Well, they're carrying the wagon. They're not riding the wagon.
Well, no, on my seat,
stool.
on my sheet.
Yes. So as far as it
How
goes-
much does this weigh? Let me add him to the wagon
Yeah,
too.
there you go.
405 pounds.
Jesus fuck!
To be fair, he was 400 pounds. But
I look at him. I fear for the shit that you're gonna give.
you do notice
Hulking.
the warriors have kind of kept a good, healthy distance as they've let you through. And it seems that it's just a straight street. There, most of the buildings are blocked off, and the side roads are almost completely blocked off. You can only go in and out of the city.
All right.
Oh.
Well, we'll just pass through unless you 2 want to stop and train a little bit.
That sounds good to me.
Freedom.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, odd words.
Okay. All right. As the wagon
Train with me.
As the wagon pulls through, and Vasul has to think about the fact that he just ate 5 pounds of lard, in one sitting. The wagon continues through. The warriors a couple of the warriors looking a little bit on the younger side. At the gate, as you come up to this exit, it's rather well. It's got 2 rather large towers. Both with what look to be massive bronze-like cylinders. Tilcat, you recognize these as cannons, pointed towards the road going out, as well as 2 full barracks from what looks to be from what you can tell, seem to be one of the grizzled warriors, the veteran warriors stationed at. The gate itself is reinforced with a giant iron door. And it seems to have magic runes drawn all up and down it to reinforce the strength of the door itself. As you come up,
so
though,
just basically its durability enhancing runes and whatnot.
yes,
Nice
all
looking
right.
crown.
God damn it, Vasul. As you come up to this, the doors open, and the warrior is kind of back off, letting you through. As the doors close behind you with a loud thump, it gets eerily quiet. The roads are well lit, though, each having a magical torch on every pillar. That's about every 5 feet separating. However, these tunnels seem to be rougher, and these roads are a lot more bumpier, and you can see further on that they become less and less kept up. Do you continue on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
But-
can I send my imp? Like, how far can I send my imp out? Let me look. Where is it? I believe, last I remember, it was around a mile. Yeah, a mile. Can I send my imp out maybe a mile ahead?
Yeah.
Most?
Are you going to
I
have it
don't have-
continue to stay ahead of you?
I'm gonna have it continue to stay ahead, and I'm going to be seeing through its eyes while I'm chilling out.
Okay.
On my spider.
Alright. Yes, still
As we travel, can I use the prestidigitation from my my all-purpose tools to smooth out the road a bit so that we don't bump and lose anything?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
I want to train my shield combat.
Please, Vasul, explain to me how you're going to train your shield combat on a moving wagon.
I'm going to have Bardris hit me with my shield up repeatedly.
So I assume that means Tilcat's driving.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, you could have me drive if you want.
No.
Okay.
They don't want me to have free time with my hands to build anything, so no, I don't think they'll let that.
I don't think it's because they don't want you to build anything.
I I think it absolutely is, but yeah.
Oh, at this point, I will say the walls, as you look on, they are rougher. These haven't been mined out. You do see a few shining, gleaming stones in the wall. You do recognize these. These are blasting diamonds.
Not touching
No.
them. If I see some lyrium, then I'll get worried. Then I'll get excited.
I will say there is lyrium veins running throughout this entire area. As you get closer and closer to the city, it gets more and more red colored. And also the closer you get to the city, the walls turn from a normal colored stone to a almost purplish, almost dark purplish like obsidian material that seems to still be kind of crystallized.
Before we get too far, I try and get at least a little bit of lyrium to work with.
Okay, we'll come to that in a minute. Firstly, though, Burgess and Vasul, please elaborate on how you plan to train.
I've agreed to nothing on this.
Please elaborate how you plan to train your shield fighting.
They're gonna bash each other against each other like Beyblades, with just their shields.
Sounds
I
good
thought this
to
was
me.
obvious.
Well, if you stop to mine some lyrium, then we have time.
I look at.
Okay, so you're gonna
Browsy and
wait
say,
till
you want
then?
help with that?
Yeah, when he goes to start mining, then we'll...
I'm only mining blue lyrium. I'm not mining any red.
Okay. Brawzy, give me a perception check.
You got it. Perception.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Yep, because you're imp.
Okay, 15.
Okay, so Brawzy, as you're looking through your imp's eyes, so you get about halfway between this. It takes a few hours, but it seems to be that this wagon seems to have sped up traveling overall. You lot have managed to eat up what would normally be about a 3-day trip to Oventium in about half a day. And as you guys are getting closer and finally spot the lyrium, Brawzy, as you're kind of sitting there watching, you see a couple of dwarves standing at the entrance to this rather large doorway. These two doors seem to be made of massive purple stone, similar to the one you've been seeing on the wall. And as it was mentioned by Tocap, this is what Oventium is. You recognize this is carved Oventium, and you see two dwarves that look a little paler than what you've been seeing for dwarves, but generally well-armored, both holding rather large maces and very large tower shields, and seem to be staring at your imp.
They're staring at my imp?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm making him go invisible.
Alright. As soon as you do, they seem to still track your imp. Yes, this is possible for those who didn't know with TrueSight.
Oh, lovely.
Because I was going to say, I know you're going to message me asking about this. Yes, it's possible with TrueSight.
Blindsight as well can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he would be flying,
Yes.
but that's
Doesn't
not-
matter. Blindsight still can see flying things. They still make noises.
But yeah.
Anyways, let's go. So, I want to see what happens. The imp is going to fly past them.
Okay, well, this is about a mile out, so you're going to have to wait to have him fly past them until the wagon gets moving again. Unless you're going to go ahead without the party.
No.
Okay. So as the wagon stops, your imp kind of stops and kind of shimmies away into behind one of the pillars, kind of stealthing itself back as the two dwarves stop tracking it suddenly and start just looking down the tunnel. Bardris and Vasul, since you're going to be training a shield, Bardris, give me an attack on Vasul, and Vasul, give me a intelligence check.
Ooh, goody.
Before I roll again, do I still get my
12.
advantage I normally get?
Yes, you do.
I rolled a 12.
Yes.
Okay. Vasul, does 23 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage, Bardris. And Vasul, as you start training up your shield smacks to the ground as Bardris manages to smack you in the trunk. And you take 2 points of damage.
No,
Well-
that's the 2 on top of the 10. It's 12.
12 points of
no.
damage.
It's
Well,
11. Yeah.
Also,
Great.
Vasul, at this point, do you try to attune to your axe? Or your sword?
Which one?
The blood one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, go ahead and give me a D10 roll. We'll take care of this afterwards, but I want to know.
Come on, big money. Aw.
I knew it. 1.
Okay.
Lawful good.
So yeah, as you take this smack on the nose, I assume you're using your weapon of warning.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, the shield gets pushed aside, and you realize you need to continue to study more before you get the chance to gain better shield mastery.
Well, damn.
All right,
Yep.
Tilcat,
Yes.
you're gonna try and mine out some lyrium.
Yep. Very carefully.
That's perfect.
What are you using the mine with?
I'm having my all-purpose tools transform into a pickaxe because they become any type. Actually, no. I'll have them transform into, not woodcarvers. I'm thinking of the stonemason's tools, so I can chip it off easily.
Okay, give me a D20 with your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Proficiencies +3. So roll a D20. That's a 6. Son of a bitch! That just rolled.
As
that
you
just
go to
slid
chip
across
it,
the screen.
You get mostly chunks of what is like this granite-like material that you realize is pretty much worthless. Except unless you want to carve small little chess pieces out of it. You get no lyrium as you're kind of carving away at it.
I will try again, but how much granite was that? Because it's going in the bag.
You get about 3/5, or let's say that roll 1/4 of a pound. 1/4 of a pound.
Okay.
How long did it take him to do that?
It's gonna take him a few minutes to do some chipping away at it. So, but while Tilcat does that, Vasul, do you choose to attune to your sword first, or your sword first, or do you choose to continue training?
Let's attune to the sword first.
Okay, as you sit down with the sword, kind of focusing in on it, having never really attuned to an item with naturally before, it will take you a little while, and you will begin to hear voices, and we will come to that in a moment.
I want to start working out.
Bar just drops and starts doing push-ups.
Even more voices.
I point
That's
at a
crazy.
boulder and say, "Just start lifting that."
What?
I'm not strong enough.
Bar just starts doing push-ups to no avail, as one day of working out does not make you stronger, no matter what the ads say.
Look, they need to start somewhere.
That's true. So, as Barger starts working out, Vasul sits down and starts focusing on this sword. Brazi, what would you like to be doing? Brazi, what would you like to be doing?
Sorry, I was typing out a meme. Alright, so, again, the imp. I want the imp to go forward.
You will have to move forward.
We've stopped.
We've stopped?
Yes.
We're not moving right now.
Please pay attention to the group. Otherwise, I will end session early, because I do not appreciate when my players do not listen.
I heard we stopped. Okay.
We stopped a while. He's mining, I'm doing push-ups, and Vasul is attuning to an item.
Okie dokie. Fine. Let's go a little further then.
Alright, so as you start to kind of move forward, you realize that it's about another 1/4 of a mile between the imp and these doors at this point. So you will have to go farther ahead, which means that the party may not notice you if something happens. Do you still choose to go forward?
No. I know you. No, I'm waiting. No, then I'm doing nothing. Then
Okay.
I'm doing nothing.
You're just
Skip me.
you're gonna
Brazi,
sit there and relax?
I need more weight. Brazi, I need more weight for push-ups. Sit on my back.
No, actually, I'll fuck it. I'll try for the stealth. Let's get proficiency. Might as well. It's downtime.
Okay. Alright, give me a stealth check.
advantage. Still no.
Mate, your rolls this campaign.
We all
You're almost as bad as Bardrus's history checks.
Yo, fuck you. Wait, hold on. Instead of working out, can I train to get expertise with history?
You've already decided to work out.
No, but I'm asking if it's possible if I can do it later.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, that's what I'm for.
Alright, so as Brazi begins to practice stealthing with his spider mount, the spider seems to have a Valeski, was it?
Mm-hmm. You can call them Val, I don't mind.
Val. So as Val is able to easily spot as Brazi continues to try and hide and stealth around Val, to no avail, truthfully.
Val looks bored.
Val continues to, thinking it's a game, starts to put its little, like, mandibles in front of its face to make it look like it's playing peekaboo with Brazi. Tilcat, give me another d20 with proficiency.
Yay.
Let's see if you get any
Actually,
more.
screw this. D&D Beyond wants to screw me over with...
Nope, you gotta use D&D Beyond. Gotta use those dice.
Okay.
Everyone else has to, you do too.
That's an 8. Why?
You got a pound
Why
of granite.
Another pound?
Yeah, this is pretty good quality granite. You'd imagine this will sell for maybe 1 to 2 copper pieces.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. As the downtime continues, Brazi, as you aren't looking through your imp, you suddenly feel your imp get killed, and it disappears. And it will respawn when you resummon it.
Hey guys, so sent my amp over. It's dead. Something's over there.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get some lyrium, because if we have some downtime, if we take some time, I might be able to actually build something.
We're all trying to be stronger.
I will say at this point, you have now been here for about 2 hours, and at this point I will consider this you guys be taking a short rest and setting up camp. If you're going to continue to stay here.
Why don't we just take a long rest?
You could as well. You could
Let's make a camp here for a while. Let's stay here for maybe a day.
Awesome. I'm reading my history books.
Okay. As you start pulling out the camping gear, setting it up, you pull out your tents, set them up. You all now have 8 hours to rest and recuperate. Feel free.
My stealth during one.
Alright, feel free to load a long rest. Brazi, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
17.
As you manage to disappear in front of Val, you seem to feel pretty confident in your ability. You do not gain expertise yet.
Wasn't
Or
proficiency, but
proficiency. At this point. Bardrus, give me a history check. As you start opening books and start reading.
24!
You finally gain proficiency in history.
God damn it.
I want expertise.
Congrats, you are proficient in history.
Damn it.
Oh, I have a question real quick. How does healing work for the short rest?
So you're taking a long rest in this case.
You're gonna
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you can go ahead and do long rest with maxing back out your HP. Alright. Bardrus, you have proficiency. Congratulations. Tilcat, go ahead and give me a d20 plus proficiency with advantage for mining.
You've gotten rid of so much granite.
15.
With advantage, you got one more.
No, he did 2 d20s.
Oh, I see that. Oh.
You get a total of 5 pounds of granite. And
Oh my.
so which you value at about 5 copper pieces. Yes?
Is that all the granite in total that I've gotten?
No, that's adding on to your original.
It's going in the bag of holding. I'm gonna be able to make granite bombs.
You get 1/8 of a pound of lyrium.
Fucking final. I put that in a separate bag.
Okay.
What's that, like 2 ounces or something?
Basically, yeah.
I want my once and got half of my health.
0.8 would be. So that's no, that's 0.2 pounds. Basically, is 1/8. So, all right, and then
I'm
Vasul.
keeping going till I have a decent amount of this that I can work with.
You won't, and you'll understand why here in a minute. Vasul, as you continue to focus on your sword, you suddenly hear a voice in your head. It speaks perfect Loxodon, and it goes, "Finally, a wielder, a champion." And that's all.
Hello.
Do you say that out loud, or do you say that in your head?
Oh, out loud, of course.
You all just hear Vasul say out loud, "Hello," as you
Hey,
are.
big guy.
Hey, buddy.
Wait a minute.
You all also notice that this very rusty-looking, I believe, short sword.
It's
Let me see, what is it
not hard
listed
to-
as?
it is a short sword.
Okay, so you all see this rusty short sword suddenly change from looking brown and broken and dull, and the rust seems to fall off as the sword changes colors, as the metal you finally see underneath it is red with green runes written into it. None of you recognize the language.
Touches the beacon.
You now have a fully dormant artifact.
Actually, I want to walk up to Vasul. That's something completely unrelated.
Okay.
Hey, Vasul, shouldn't we get those items from the one place identified?
Oh yeah.
Still don't know what those do. We're still got.
Chill cat.
What? For a second, I
Please.
zoned out there.
Please take a look at this spear and axe that I acquired from Kalam.
Alright, I
Bart.
will start it using Ritual Cast Identify.
And Bardris, are you gonna have him do the cloth as well?
No,
No.
I'm keeping that locked away.
Okay.
That is mine.
Let me get my book.
While I oh, there's the horses. They came back. Thank God.
Oh,
They vanished for a minute there. I got scared.
all right. Oh. Vasul, give me a D4 roll.
Okay.
And
One.
A 1? Okay. Alright. We're about to
By the way,
find...
Lyrium is spelled Lyrium, right?
Lyrium?
Yeah.
Lyrium.
Yep, I spelled it right. God.
Alright, let me just grab the table of contents on this book to find what I'm looking for.
I have high hopes for how cursed these items are going to be.
Okay, page 95. Alright. These are gonna be legitimate book items if it makes you feel any better.
I'm worried about this handkerchief because the thing had a name, and I'm terrified of what it does.
Well, you could always find out.
Eventually.
You know you could ask the guy who's doing identification right now.
Alright, let me find...
Finish those two.
Let me just find it. Give me a minute, because it takes a second to find it.
I'm altering the weight of the horses real quick because... Okay, they don't have weight. Good.
Nope, they shouldn't. I've just got to find this thing. There we go. Alright. Alright. Give me another D4, please. Vasul for the spear.
There we go. I had to alter the weight of the
4.
wagon.
Alright.
Because it was well over 100.
Let me check something to make sure I'm correct in this. Because there is something. Want to make sure I give you the fairest options here for these items. As I'm totally not padding my time while I pull up something. Okay. Okay. Alright.
You want to pass? Where's your harmonica?
So you gain the item called Charge Breaker. This is what the spear is. This is a +1 long spear. Has a barbed shaft that deals even more damage when set against a charging opponent. When a character uses a ready action to set Charge Breaker against a charge, it deals triple damage on a successful hit.
Okay.
It is worth 9,305 GP. However, a general market price for most adventurers would be value it at 18,305 gold pieces. Please write down Chargebaker for the spear name. I will add it later because I have not implemented this item.
Great charge break.
Plus, you will have to attune to it to use it anyways. Alright, the next is the axe, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so, again, give me a d4 roll.
What was that first D4 roll for?
You will find out after I'm done.
Gotcha. 3.
Okay, so that is this book. It's between, you're choosing the book that it's coming from.
You're rolling for a book and then you're rolling for item.
Yep. So the first book, that item actually comes from the book Arms and Equipment Guide, which is a 3E book. Give me a minute to find this information. Let me make sure this is accurate, because I want to see if there is anything else for this specific. Because I don't remember where the items were for this book. Give me one moment. There it is. 48. Okay. This is going to be interesting, because this could turn out to be something very unique. Alright. Give me a D100 roll, please, Vasul.
Oh boy.
50.
50. This is the axe, correct?
Yes.
Alright, let's see, where did it go? Because I just saw it for a moment. There it is. This is called Faux Reaver.
Say that again?
Faux Reaver.
Faux Reaver.
Made by Frost Giants, this is a +1 great axe, has a pale blue sheen, and proves a great surprise to those seeking to exploit Frost Giant weakness. In the hands of a Frost Giant, this weapon grants its wielder fire resistance. The current market price of it is 18,320 gold pieces.
Just want to say I'd love the chance to study giant runes.
And it does have a giant's rune on it.
Yeah, this seems like
I will take the chance to study it as well, because...
Okay, and then did you want to also do the armor you guys got? Because I believe someone got Kalam's armor
I
of Kalam.
picked that up.
Alright. Are you going to
I will
identify
take
that?
the time to identify that as well.
Give me a d4 roll.
Okay, let's...
And Vasil,
That's
make
a
sure to
1.
write down the Faux Reaver.
Yeah, Faux Reaver.
That's a 1. What's
Okay.
next? D100?
No, give me a minute. Because I've got to find it in the book, otherwise you just make it more difficult for me. Okay. Alright, page 92. I was really hoping Justin would want to get his thing identified because I think it'd be funny. Alright.
I would do it after they did the other stuff.
Go ahead and give me a d20.
Alright. I hope they stop sliding just across the screen. That's a 3.
3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This is called Disarmor. This is a +2, please do write this down as a new name. This is a +2 scale mail, has an irregular overlapping pattern.
You told me it was plate armor back
I know,
then.
I did. But I also mentioned this was an extremely rusty and destroyed looking item. Which you're about, and there's a reason for that. Seemingly indiscriminate, the scales overlap down, up, and sideways. 3 times per day, the wearer may direct the armor to execute a disarm attempt when an opponent scores a hit with a melee weapon. This scales seem to come alive and attempt to wrench the opponent's weapon out of his or her hands, as if the wearer had the improved disarm feat, and a readied attempt to disarm. When disarming in this fashion, the armor uses the wearer's melee attack bonus with an additional +5 bonus. This item is currently valued by the average merchant at 5,538 GP. However, the going market price is 10,875 GP.
Oh, were you two... This is +2 armor I got.
+2 scale.
Yeah.
Medium armor.
Is it medium?
Yes, scale mail is considered medium.
I'm putting that on as soon
Okay.
as I can later.
That will be next session.
However, handkerchief.
Do you want to cast Identify on it, Bardris?
I would like him to identify the throne, as it's called.
No, the throne is not the handkerchief. The throne is the bag.
Wait a minute. I'm double checking the scale mail real
Ooh,
quick.
do I want the bag done or the handkerchief done?
Yeah, Chest, or Cameron, I haven't added the item yet, so that's why.
I don't know. I was just double checking for my own sanity that it was medium. I thought that was heavy armor.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking of Splint.
Alright, I'm gonna hold up both because I know Tilka can only do identify one more time. I'm gonna hold up.
no, he
no,
can
I'm
ritual
ritual
cast
casting
it
it.
anytime he wants.
Okay, well, what do you want first? Do you want the bag or do you want the...
Cut them down. I'll do the handkerchief first, then that bag.
Alright.
Okay, Tilcat, I'm gonna message you what this item is.
Whether you tell me or not, I'm keeping it. I don't care what it does.
There you go, Cameron.
Oh.
Tilcat.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
and then the other item, here,
Once he identifies the handkerchief, I'm putting it away.
I look him in the eyes and go, be very careful with that handkerchief.
No, not gonna be careful.
No, I look him dead in the eyes, all seriousness. I pull my foot off and set it down. That handkerchief leads to somewhere worse than what took my fucking foot.
Oh, that sounds cool. Tell me what it does.
Oh, and the bag is a simple bag of sealing.
Oh, cool.
And I whisper into, I'm sending him what this does.
okay.
Chaston, I look you in the eyes and say, do not tell anyone else. I look your character dead in the eyes and say this. I do not look happy.
He did say something would make someone unhappy. I guess it's this one.
What did you just send me, Trin?
Yes!
Oh, thank you.
Yeah!
Do you have the item that would make me very sad?
Yeah! I love this item!
Don't play around with it. It's a good way to get us all in some trouble. Do I know what that place is?
No.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's not
It's somewhere that
pandemonium,
we
so it can't
probably
be that
don't want to
bad.
go.
It's not pandemonium.
I'm saving this item. This is gonna be great. Situation
okay.
calls for it.
I'll make the
out of
item
character,
later.
out of character, I do know what that is. I do know it's bad, but I'm not going to say what it is on stream.
I mean, don't say it at all. That way it's a surprise.
Yeah.
And yes, the other item was the bag of sealing, which does seal an evil away.
You can seal an evil away in it. That's about it.
I will say, Bardris, the bag is empty. I told you that last session.
Yeah, because there were.
There were ashes in it. Now that they're gone. Yep. Okay.
Which means that when you put your blood in it, the evil probably went into you. Don't know if it still is evil at this point. Things can change.
I don't feel
You
evil.
can cast Identify on Bardris.
I'm ritual casting Identify on Bartress.
I
Okay.
don't feel very evil. I feel pretty good.
So after 10 minutes go by and you're all kind of relaxing, Brazi's passed out on Val. Yes.
Question, can I also feed my sword some of my blood?
You can. Okay, we'll come to that in a minute. As Tilcat and Bardris kind of sit in this little ritual ring that they've drawn, Tilcat, you confirm this is Bardris. Bardris does not have anything going on with him other than the fact that because of the fact that he has a current deal running with a unknown creature, which you don't get from your Identify, he is currently is causing him to have a small cosmetic change.
Hello.
He is becoming
Okay.
more. Give me a minute to find the name of the race.
Yo, that's a pretty cool elite skin. How many boxes do you have to open to get that?
No, it's unlocked via achievement only. Sacrifice blood to
He
the
is.
god.
He is actually becoming more and more Nuerves, which is Snow Dwarf.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I have the Winterland too. Hooray!
Yep.
Oh
So
man.
Just skin-wise, he's becoming more and more like that with his color.
So,
And the
do I know? Does that come up in the identify?
Yes. But
Okay, you're cosmetically who look like a snow dwarf,
starting to.
or at least are starting to.
Cool.
Which,
My name is now Frosty the Snowman.
all right, Frosty, stay cool.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna take the. Do I have enough lyrium to work with the water quartz to
Nope.
make a decanter?
Nope.
Not even close.
Most basic enchantments take at least half a pound of lyrium to make them.
That probably would take a full pound of lyrium.
More than likely. Depends on the fluid.
Would I be able
Vasul.
to mix the sulfur with
Nope.
a little bit of lyrium and make a grenade?
I mean, if you want to go ahead and actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna let you. Let me-
Get away from it. Go, get. If you're gonna do that.
My pinch of sulfur, the granite, and the lyrium, and a pinch of lyrium.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Would that work to make out a
You don't know.
bomb?
You've never worked with this
17.
material. Okay. So as you start mixing the material, how are you going to mix this material, to be very clear?
I'm first making sure that I am doing this as safe as possible. I move away from the camp a good
Okay.
ways and away from any other sulfur things.
Okay.
Hold on a moment.
This is about to be very interesting.
And then I hollow out a thing of granite
Mm-hmm.
and coat the. After splitting the rock in half and hollowing it out, I put lyrium around the edges
Mhm.
and sulfur inside so that when it collapses in on itself, it'll create a spark and possibly a small explosion.
To answer Bardris, the area is about about 30 feet wide and about 40 feet tall.
And I'm only working with a very small pinch of sulfur.
Yeah, no, I got that. Okay, so as you start doing that, so you want the lyrium to ring the rim of it and then fall into the material?
Yep.
Okay.
When it impacts.
So as you put the sulfur in and then you put put a little bit of the lyrium on the edges, as soon as it touches the sulfur, it turns green. The powder turns to a sudden greenish color, kind of more of a paler green overall. It doesn't have a smell. It no longer smells like sulfur, and it just starts to leave off a little faint glow of light.
I cast a ritual cast identify on that.
Let me check something. Let me make sure.
5 minutes in, explode.
So you must touch this powder to cast Identify.
Oh. Well, I touch it with my metal foot.
That does not count.
Damn it. Well, then I do not identify it.
Okay. I was gonna say earlier you were holding Bardris's hand, and I just kind of skipped over that because I didn't think anybody would care. So,
I do. I like it.
got a nice little
Hey,
manicure. Your nails are very clean now, Bardris. They're the best
It's a
paint
hobby.
job you've ever seen.
It's a hobby.
Even carved them into little D&D characters on your fingers. So yeah, all right. As you do this, what are you gonna do with the powder?
I
Since
will
you-
store it. I'll carve another container out of the granite and store it inside it. I don't know what it does, and
Are you
I don't
gonna-
want
So you're just gonna put a little hole or a hole into the chunk of granite, and then do.
into a chunk of granite.
Okay.
Slowly put it in there, cork the hole, and set
Okay.
it aside in my bag somewhere.
All right.
Violently shake it.
So as you cork it and put it in your bag, all right, it's off in its own little pocket. It's just sitting there now. Okay. And then Vasul, you wanted to
I'm gonna
feed.
say that probably took the quarter of a pound of granite to do all that.
You are gonna feed your sword some blood.
Yes.
How much blood? How much
I can
HP?
decide.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah. How much HP are you giving to the sword?
I'll give it 10 of my HP.
Okay, you are down permanently 10 HP.
Oh, it's permanent?
It is.
Well, I did not know that.
You did not. Okay.
Wait a minute, does this mean I'm as healthy as Vasul now?
You notice that the sword suddenly grows a strange red gemstone at the end of its handle. That looks like almost like an empty vial as well as a gemstone itself, and it starts to flow with your blood as it seems to suck it in. You have no idea what you just did, other than that you can see your blood in this gem.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Do you do anything else with the sword, or are you gonna leave it be at that point?
I'm gonna leave it be because I just lost 10 max health, and that makes me sad.
Okay.
This is why you must take the tough feat now. You must learn to be tough.
That's a sixth of his health. Just gone.
Alright, so as the night goes on, you all get a long rest. Morning comes. Bargus and Barazi recognize as morning with their little watches. And you awaken, getting up, packing up your camp. Do you continue on the road?
Yeah.
Slowly and carefully.
I will be
I'm gonna.
Sorry, Barazi, what was that?
I'm gonna summon my imp again and send it a mile out again.
Okay. As you do,
You know
you
what?
see those dwarves have not moved from their position. They have been they
I'm
are still
making
standing there.
Bardrus drive as
Okay.
I cast Identify and Delirium to try and use that to identify possible uses for that I might not know.
I do not know how to drive a cart.
Do you know how to steer a horse?
I know how to ride a horse. That's a completely different ballgame, though.
Ride your horse in front of them, and then I pull out rope, I'll tie them to you, and they'll follow.
Sick. Alright.
I guess that works.
Yeah, that works.
Manual steering, bitches.
So you're gonna cast Identify. So you're gonna touch Delirium, and you're gonna cast Identify on it.
Very, very carefully.
Okay.
Death
Yeah.
saving throw.
No. Give me a minute. Let me just not PM that to Cook. There. That's what you learned. There you go. All right. Leave. There we go. Let me know if you have any other questions on it.
Oh.
As you lot continue on, about 10 minutes go by, and Brazzy, your imp, can now go up to the doors. However, they are closed.
It's gonna go up to the doors.
Okay. As you go up to the doors, you see that they are... your imp can immediately recognize that they are fully magical, and your imp's magic starts to get sucked away from it.
Imp is going back.
Im's gonna get away from the door.
As the imp pulls back, it goes ahead and pulls back, and the dwarves seem to be staring at it, even when it's invisible.
Let me check something about the imps.
It just thought it was invisible.
I'm going to tell the imp, ask them if their friends are allowed to enter.
So the imp's gonna say this while invisible?
Yeah.
Okay. As a or as a voice just suddenly erupts from nowhere, the dwarves don't respond.
The imp is going to back up and towards the door side of point of view. That way they can see him clearly, and he is going to stop being invisible.
Okay.
The imp then says, "Hello, my master and his companions would like passage through this area. Would that be acceptable? They're about a mile behind."
The dwarves still do not respond. They just continue to stare at the imp.
Bet they don't speak common.
Do we hear Brazzy saying this?
No.
Telling him to say this?
Nope.
No, because I'm not saying it out loud.
He can
Does
speak to
Brazzy
it
give any
telepathically.
visual cue
Nope.
that he's having some issues?
Nope, and you're busy playing with Lyrium.
All right. Well, if that's the case, I'm just gonna have the imp stay there and wait for us to get there.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you continue to look through its eyes, or do you pay attention to the road?
No, I'll pay attention to the road.
Okay.
I'm watching the
As
road.
soon as you go back to paying attention to the road, you immediately feel your imp is killed.
So as soon as I stopped looking through the imp's eyes, it immediately died.
Mm-hmm.
Can,
Wow, it happened
can
last
I roll a
time.
history check on that after
Wow,
I'm done
that
with
happened
delirium?
last time.
Tilket, you're gonna roll a history check on what?
We're heading towards the Dwarvish Ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Traps or creatures that might have been there that would kill the instant someone looked away.
Okay, yeah, feel free. That could be either a nature or history check, depending on the...
I'm doing history.
If
My
it's a
rolls
trap-
hate me. That's a 10.
If it's a trap, I'll know what it is immediately because I can ascertain everything's original purpose in old builds.
Yep. Historically, the city of Oventium was abandoned. It was never stated why. And there
Alright,
are...
I'm spending the rest of the trip reading.
Okay, and the only animal that is native to the city of Oventium that was ever written about was the Telpa, which is a vegan or vegetarian or herbivore-based creature, which is a mix of an armadillo and a rhino animal, basically, as far as the looks go. I have an image of it somewhere if you really care to see it. But they are commonly used by the...
doesn't care as much.
They are commonly used by the Vidan as mounts, basically, for travel through the Dwarven lands.
Alright, the book I'm gonna read, though, is Languages of the Undead.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check.
20.
Okay. Alright, we'll take that into account later. Yeah, so as Tilcat begins cracking open a book and starts reading, you guys are continuing to head that way after Brazzi has just told you that every time he looks through, or stops looking at through his imp's eyes, that it dies.
Can I try talking to my sword to see what giving it my blood did? See if it'll talk back to me.
Sure. What are you gonna say to it?
Hey, so like, I gave you my blood. I felt like it was just the right thing to do.
Can I have it back?
What did it do? I felt like it did something.
Nothing. The sword stays quiet.
Well, damn.
Okay. Bardris, yes.
No.
Okay. So
I'm
as,
looking.
as all of you ignore Brazzi's warning, and continue heading down the road, Brazzi, do you resummon your imp at this point?
Well, seeing as it's died both times.
Here's what I want to do. I know what to do to protect away from this thing. I'm gonna activate Terrorize.
Interesting.
So there's now a 30-foot dome, and whatever comes into it is gonna have to try and save itself from being frightened.
What's the save?
Strength plus proficiency. So that would be 11. That's a 13 save.
Okay. Would you like me to roll in the Discord, or do you care if I use dice?
Please do roll in the Discord. That'll tell me something.
Okay.
But I will know when it happens. It's like a dome of my power.
Oh, I'm just doing this in general to keep track. And what's the save? What stat?
I believe it's charisma.
Okay.
I can make sure.
Does a 26 save?
Yeah.
Okay. You do feel something is is around you.
Which direction?
All around you, in the floor, in the ceiling, in the walls, on both sides.
I'm looking at Brazzi. Hey, Brazzi, I'm gonna quietly correct it.
Can I use Divine Sense to detect good and evil?
Yes, you can. You sense evil
Everywhere.
all around you.
Oh, but there's very bad things everywhere.
The lights or the torches suddenly stop giving off light, and it is now pitch black.
I'm switching to Aura of the Damned. DM, please make a con save.
Okay. One sec. Okay. Is this considered psychic?
I don't think so.
Okay. 15.
If you match the DC, do you fail?
Monster is considered to fail. Players get to hit.
You fail.
Okay.
Anything that if this creature attacks me, it has disadvantage. No matter what.
Okay. For how long?
I am going to pat Vasul's back.
Until I turn it off, and I'm not turning it off.
Okay, got it. So it's a concentration spell. Got it.
Well, no,
I'm
it's
gonna-
just on. If I turn one on, it stays on. It's just happening.
Mm-hmm.
I can only have one on at a time.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's like a switch out. Yeah.
Yes, Tillcat. Go ahead. Sorry.
I am patting Vasul's back,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot to mention this because I am an idiot. I wanted to swap out a spell for Dark Vision, so I'm gonna, during the long rest, can I
Yeah, that's
do
fine.
that real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving him Dark Vision for the next 8 hours.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Vasul, suddenly, while everything was pitch black, you can see. While this normally would be very useful, and you do see everything, suddenly the walls start to light up with little circles, every about foot, all around in different weird, branching patterns.
Hmm.
Huh?
Uh-huh. Okay.
I assume at this point, most of you, the wagon has slowed almost to a near stop and
I
isn't
heard
going
you through
forward.
my things. You gotta. I'm sorry, but
I have no idea what you're saying, dude.
No, neither do I.
No, he's talking to Maya. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm drawing my sword and shield at this point.
Okay.
I am holding up. Don't have much I can do. I'm readying spells
Okay.
and my crossbow.
yeah, readying the sword and shield. Actually, question. I assume this short sword of warning is going off,
It
by the
isn't.
way.
It's not.
It isn't.
Nope.
It's an effective sword of warning.
Actually, we've been-
Something bad will happen today.
No.
Stubs your toe.
Well,
It
the thing could
warned
be
you.
here. It's just not specifically hunting us.
The sword of warning works when the person has intent to attack or basically cause harm to the attuned.
It's just watching us right now.
Whatever's going on, there's no intent to take us out at the moment.
Brazzy, give me a history check with advantage.
Oh,
Yes.
God. At least somebody's gonna know something.
13.
Okay, give me a minute. Brazzy, I'm going to move you, and we're going to have a quick chat so you can find out what this is. So, given your background as a drow and how you, although you didn't spend much time in the slaving pits, or really didn't get involved very often, you did have slaves in your household and amongst your household, and you did see the town on occasion.
Mhm.
You recognize these tentacles. These are used from an elder brain, or a mind flare, as in some cases. But these are a lot longer and seem to be much more numerous than what a elder brain or a mind flare could cause. Now, mind flares in your homeland have been tamed and weakened down as they were hunted for the most part. Those few left are used to break the strongest of slaves and used to be fed on to the point where they are not able to think for themselves. These tentacles seem to be similar to what an elder brain would push out from the history books in your lands, but they seem more numerous and larger, so either this is a very large hive of elder brains, or something far more terrifying is in there.
Lovely.
I'm going to move you back over. Alright. So as Brazzy kind of thinks for a second and looks about, you see his eyes kind of look a little more nervous. Brazzy, why don't you give us your emotion right now going over your face?
We're getting the fuck out of here.
And horse start moving.
Is it like a turn around and go back, or keep pushing forward kind of
We're
deal?
not going through here, kind of deal. We're not going further in towards that motherfucking thing. We're not even. No.
What is it?
Here's the thing: horses ain't moving. So
Well,
Death.
like, well, what's ahead of us? What?
What's ahead of us? Why are you so worried?
All right. So, back in my homeland, we had these things. We basically domesticated them and broke their will, and we used them to break the wills of our slaves. And these things, were although relatively powerful, are, from what I can tell, pale very much in comparison to what we are walking towards, and it very much looks like the same thing, just stronger, or there's a lot more of them. And
Can I
I'm
roll a
going
nature
be
check to know what he's talking about?
completely honest, I have no interest in going in there.
So are they? Do they know that we're here?
22.
Got it.
Do they know we're here? I would hope not. And I'd like to keep it that way.
Okay, I was
But
wondering.
we have to go in there. That's the point of the job.
There's no
Well,
job
well,
here. This
there's
was
no job.
you guys were just off or just told you could go there
Yeah,
with permission.
And none of you know why I want to go here, because none of you have been around long enough.
And Tilcat doesn't care. Tilcat wants to go too at this point.
One sec. I'm just letting. There you go, Cameron. That's the general gist you get directly.
Vasul wants to live.
We all want to live.
Yeah, no shit. So let's get out of
And
here.
then Tilcat realizes as he reads this what he's walking into. Let's see.
I don't like the idea of that. I'm looking directly at Brazi. If it is what you're thinking it is, what do you rate our chances of going in without it detecting us?
0.
And what do you rate our chances of actually beating it?
I don't want to find out.
I kind of do.
Coward.
Granted, Vasul will run away from a fight if he thinks it's too hard. Though he hates doing it.
I'm gonna whisper to Bardris that it could be a hive elder brain, it could be a lone elder brain, and we're fucking surrounded by tentacles.
Elder Brain Dragon?
No, just an older brain.
Aww.
And if I remember correctly, they can eat intelligent beings, so I think the only safe one here is Vasul.
That's just mean, bro. Bro's got a +1, I think. Does he?
I'm
No,
negative
he
1.
doesn't.
Oh
He's
fuck.
my-
That's why I
Yo.
said he's the only safe one.
You're gonna use your advantage. I'll be the frontline fighter.
It's gonna get a whiff of his intelligence and go, oh wait, that's just diet.
Brazi, I assume at this point you've resummoned your imp to go check things out. Or are you choosing not to?
I'm going to resummon my imp to keep a decent amount away. I don't want to get up to
Okay.
those dwarf statues because
No, they
they've
weren't
been killing-
statues. Those look like dwarves. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they looked okay. My bad.
They were paler than normal dwarves, but they definitely were dwarves standing at the gate.
Understood.
Dwarves under the influence of brain.
If you're gonna send your if you're gonna send your imp back there, give me a perception check with advantage.
I'm gonna
Ouch.
need the 10.
Luckily it's pretty obvious.
Okay.
You see two rather thick pink tentacles sticking out of the backs of the heads of the dwarves.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, the dwarves up there?
And as soon as you look away, your imp is immediately killed again.
Yeah, the dwarves up there are, they're being controlled by this thing. And I'm gonna be honest, every time I look away, my imp dies. So, and they can
we
see
do
it
have
while it's
two
invisible.
options. We have two other options to get out of here, because I don't think us trying to turn the horses around in this narrow area is going to work well with the horse and cart.
Then leave the horses.
No.
No.
I'm gonna pull out option 3 and slowly pull out the handkerchief.
That is one of the options I was referring to. The other, I slowly pull out the eighth of a pound of lyrium. This is a high explosive.
You don't know that.
I identified it, and that was...
No, you did not identify it. You identified the lyrium itself. You did not identify the stuff that was in the granite
I said
ball.
the lyrium. I said I pulled out the
Yeah,
lyrium.
Yes,
you said
lyrium, not the concoction you made. You don't know what that concoction is until you touch it. And you
Because-
chose not to. You chose to do the lyrium, so you know what lyrium does.
Oh, I
Lyrium.
thought lyrium was a high explosive too, because it
It can be, yeah.
lit a flame. It's more deadly. Yeah.
Yeah, the lyrium
this-
you have left over is, but the thing in the powder that you have mixed, you don't know what that is, the thing in the granite.
And if we go back, I can identify that powder. Just someone be ready to heal my ass, because I don't know what the hell it is. And we might be able to kill this thing in one go.
Vasul, give me
Yes.
a perception check with advantage.
Smells.
Okay, perception check with advantage. The first one's a 15. Second one's a 16.
Okay. Give me a second.
My past like 3 rolls have all been on like the corner where it hits both numbers, and I keep getting the lower number. It makes me sad.
Hey, at least your dice aren't just sliding across the fucking screen.
Oh, I can smell something nasty.
Oh, I'm quick. I'm touching the powder and quick casting identify.
Now, Vasul, you smell danger as Tilket pops open that cork.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
They just poke a finger in and cast identify.
All the rest of you watch as Tilket pulls up this big thing of granite, pulls off
Shield
the
up.
cork. Vasul puts a shield up, and as you put your finger in it, your finger immediately disintegrates.
Oh dear God.
You cannot cast identify quick enough.
Well, we know enough about it now.
Yeah,
You no longer have your pointer finger.
I would have stuck my ring finger in there because I need pointer finger for writing.
Okay, well, any ring you're wearing on that ring finger also is gone.
No rings. I'm glad I don't wear rings. Well, that's bad. I wrap it with a bit of cloth.
No, the wound's sealed perfectly.
Ah,
You're just
I
missing
guess I
a
should
ring.
work
Even
on a fake.
worse, that means it burnt shut instantly.
That's hot.
Yeah, it devoured the entire finger to the knuckle joint.
How much do you have of that?
A little bit. I'm pretty sure that if we actually dumped it on the thing or possibly lit it on fire, maybe do something. But
About 4
I don't
ounces.
want to.
How much do you? How much more? do you
About
think-
4 ounces.
How much more do you think you can get?
You
If I got
probably
more
make
sulfur,
another 4
oh.
ounces.
If I got another pinch of sulfur, another 4 ounces approximately.
Let's go make some more of that.
All right, you're mining the fucking sulfur.
Fine by me.
Give me one moment.
by the
Everyone
way, I
in the party,
I
go
smell something
ahead
scaly as well.
and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Is this against magic?
No. And
Okay, so-
Bargis, you have advantage.
Okay, so it's not charmed
I
or
rolled
frightened.
Fucking 11.
15.
12.
It is
Wait,
not
wait,
charmed or frightened.
Just making sure.
No, this is a
for
Charmed or
paralysis.
frightened would be wisdom.
This is paralysis.
Gotcha. 12.
And sorry, what was that, Browsy?
I got a 12.
12, 15.
Sorry, 14 for Vasul.
Okay. Tilcat?
11. If I
You
remember
all
correctly.
hear, not through your ears, but in your mind, a very loud roar come from further down the tunnel. You are all instantly paralyzed. You will be paralyzed for about 6 seconds, thankfully. As that's how long a round is. And in that time, you can start to hear footsteps, lots of them, small but coming towards you, as
Ditch
you
the
become
horses.
as you become unparalyzed.
Jokes on you as I
mean-
come on the horse. Let's
I
go.
mean- look at
What do you
the
mean,
school, pick
ditch
up the
the
horses.
horses? What do you
Pick
mean,
up the horses. Turn
why
us
would I
around.
pick up
Let's
the
go.
horses when I can just ride on them?
Yes, but the problem is that currently this wagon is blocking most of the path for the horses.
Which is why I said ditch the horses. Let's go, boys.
Okay.
You will have to move the wagon to the complete side of the road to get a horse past it. Which will mean someone has to physically push it. Or go forward a bit.
I
Vasul,
pull the horses forward a bit after unhooking Bargis, and then I.
Oh, Bargis
and
is gone.
turning it
He's
around.
on his horse and he took off.
Wasn't Bargis in the very front of the horses pulling the
Nope,
cart?
he was not driving the cart. That was Tilcat, because Bargis said specifically he couldn't drive.
Yeah, except I said I was tying him in front of the horses so he could steer while I
I never
freaking.
agreed to that.
Nope. And tying him is a very different thing. That would have taken a check.
Okay, I work to turn around the horses in the cart and get out of there as fast as possible, as carefully as
It's
possible.
probably gonna take you 5 minutes to turn this entire wagon around. With the
I
horses.
will.
yeah,
While
I'm
I'm doing
not- I'm
that, I'm
not- I'm not
casting
gonna do
minor
that.
illusion of of myself, a bunch of a bunch of me's,
Mm-hmm.
just where the noise is coming from.
Oh, you're gonna cast it further down the hallway.
Yeah, further where the noise is coming from, further down the hallway. I'm leaving a bunch of minor illusion. I'm casting that there constantly. It's cantrip, so whenever it runs out, bam, it comes back just before it goes out.
You know what?
Okay, as you do that, you see Bargus kind of summon up his warhorse and then summon up his personal horse, and Bargus takes off, and Vasul is immediately grabbed by this horse and thrown onto it as it pulls him off. Brazzy, are you gonna turn and run, or are you gonna stay there?
So did Vasul get out?
Vasul is on his horse, this second warhorse, and is being dragged out of here.
Got it. Okay. Telcat, get on.
I'm not abandoning the horses.
Get on right now.
About a round goes by of combat.
Come on.
I
I
grab some of the extra rations, throw it in the bag of holding, and go.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
As
We're
you-
getting on Val and we're heading out. We're bolting.
Okay. Immediately, as you start running off, you hear in the distance the scream of the horses. As the only thing that you see, Brazzy and Tilcat, go ahead and give me perception checks to see if you can see what happens.
Does a 17 already allow me to see it?
Yes.
Oh,
Then my passive passes for it.
I got 15.
Okay.
I rolled twice.
That's fine. As you look behind you, both as you hear these horses scream, you see these tentacles come out of the wall and grasp and crush the horses into a fine paste as the wagon is completely destroyed. You also see, as you can roughly count, around 75 dwarves and maybe 30 mind flayers.
And you wanted to go in there.
Oh, that's why that place was abandoned.
Yeah.
I
You
take
also
a quick
hear-
note that Oventium was did I say that right?
Yes, correct.
I pull out a notebook, take a quick note that Oventium was abandoned due to mind flare.
You also hear one last thing as all of you are running off on your horses. A chuckle from a deep voice of some sort of creature in the distance go. And they ran, and they ran, and yet nowhere will they be safe. And it goes dead silent as the torches light back up.
No, if he wants to follow us out of his lair, that's fine. I'll fight him.
Yeah,
out.
bring it on.
Oh,
Do you say that?
No.
I'm asking
1v1
Bargus
me,
and
mate.
Tilcat, do you say this in your head? Or out loud?
in my head.
Tilcat thinks it as well.
Oh, thank
Leave
you,
your,
sir.
leave your lackeys behind and come fight us yourself. Fine.
No, thank you, sir. I'll come back another time.
Oh no. Okay.
My mind is completely blank. I'm not listening to him.
You don't have a choice.
Everyone, roll me an initiative as I create this.
God damn it.
Thank you guys. You guys are such great teammates. Cameron, I hate you.
24.
I'm gonna use the character Dragon Bait for this, so that way I can run this encounter.
13.
Give me a moment. Just write it in the chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
24 for Bardris, or
No, me.
16 for Bardris. 24 for Brazzy. Tilcat was a 13, and
I have advantage for initiative, so I rolled the 10.
okay. And then let me roll for this monster, because I actually have to roll it in the chat, because I don't have a monster sheet for it. Give me a minute to find its thingy, assuming it has it listed. Oh, there it is. Oh, hey, it only gets +2. Oh, 9. Oh, ain't that sad.
Last.
It goes last. We have a chance, boys.
Alright, so I just want to say hold person is very useful.
Okay,
isn't a person.
Browsy, you are up as you just hear this. You don't hear them say this in their head, so you have no idea something's coming for you.
Well, I'm still bolting.
Okay.
I'm not stopping. I'm
Continuing?
getting as far away from this thing as possible.
And I'm stuck with him, so.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
spider is dashing and using its full movement. It is getting out of there as
You know
quickly as
what?
possible.
How far is that?
Can I?
Well, it has a 40-foot movement speed, both climbing and actual movement speed.
Okay.
So, but it's going to be dashing and it's going to be using its full movement, so that's like 80 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so 80 feet. All right.
Yep, 80 feet.
Barges?
I'm following.
Okay, you're ahead. All right.
Well, yeah, you're just faster than that.
Tailcat, you said you're just gonna stay on?
I will do one nice thing for
Uh-huh.
this. Let me make sure that isn't what I think it is, though. Okay, that's not that, but I would take the... Nope. I am casting Long Strider on the spider.
Okay. So,
That'll give him 10 more feet of movement.
Okay.
Oh, so it'll be
On its turn, yes, it will have 10 more feet. All right, Vasul?
I'm just gonna follow Bardris.
Okay. Immediately, as you lot, Bardris and Tilcat say this
In their minds.
comes flying out of the out of the walls as everything collapses behind it and it is coming charging.
Oh.
It has 150 feet of movement.
It was the Elder Brain Dragon.
There it is.
I knew it. Why?
It is
why did I know
immediately
it?
behind Tilcat and Brazi.
I saw that on iFunny, by the way. It was great.
Oh, this is a modified version. Don't worry.
That's from the new Dragon book too, right?
No.
No.
I
Not
know
yet.
it's gonna be in it.
It will be in it, yeah, but this is a modified version. Everyone, please give me a wisdom saving throw. This is a frightened spell.
It's against a spell?
I have
It's not
advantage.
against a spell, it's its presence.
Is it against
22.
magic?
No, this is not magic. 20 what for Brazi? 22? Cool.
22.
Alright, Brazi passes.
3.
Tilcat fails.
13.
That's 10.
Okay, everyone but Brazi is now at disadvantage against this creature. So you are frightened for 1 minute. And basically at the end of each of your turns, you can do the saving throw, ending the effect on a success. If a creature's saving throw is successful or effects ends for it, the creature is then immune to their frightened presence for the next 24 hours. However, you have a disadvantage on everything against this monster, basically.
Good thing it has disadvantage on me. Yay!
But that's okay, because it's going to take a bite out of Tilcat to start with. So, Tilcat, let me go ahead and roll to hit. D20 plus 15. Does a 34 hit?
Yes.
Okay, good news. It's low damage. You'll be fine. So 2d10 plus 8 for piercing.
When it bites me, can I chuck?
That's
grenade?
25 points of damage for its piercing. And then let me see, 2d8 for its psychic damage. So that's another 19 points of damage.
That is...
You are also now
Fucking-
grappled. So please give me a athletics.
That's 44.
Yes.
And I'm not breaking out with athletics. That's a 6.
Okay. So then you take at the end, next part of your turn 1d8 plus 5 psychic damage until you are out of its jaws. It is going
I'm
to
gonna
take
go
its,
down before that.
It's
so
going to take
can I do
its
a quick
second attack.
Can I do a quick reaction when I'm
Nope.
in its mouth?
Nope, because this wasn't something you were expecting. Unless you have a reaction to hit the creature, specifically on your
This
character
is
sheet.
its surprise
Yeah.
action.
Let me see, Tilcat, do you have anything for this specifically?
Oh no, it's just my backpack's now in its mouth, so I
It
figured
is. So I will at
drop
the
my backpack.
no, it bit you, not the backpack. It wouldn't. It's smart. It's got an intelligence of 21. It knows not to just bite the backpack. That's why you took damage and not the backpack.
No, my backpack. If it bit me from behind, my backpack would still be in its mouth.
Yes, that is true. But you can, on your turn, take that as an action for what you're thinking. It's going to attack Val now with its 2 claw attacks. So give me one moment. That's plus 15. Does a 23 hit Val?
Does a 23 hit
Yes.
Val? I can almost guarantee that, but let me check just for... Yeah, it hits.
Okay, let me do its second attack. Does an 18 hit Val?
That hits. Yeah.
Okay, so let me roll the damage. So, that's gonna
Can
be.
I reaction cast shield on Val?
You could, yeah.
I'll
for
do
which
it.
one?
The second one.
Okay.
Does
Uh,
+5 make it save?
Does a plus
Uh,
5 help it to pass the CR or the DC of 18?
uh,
What's its AC?
13.
So yes, it passes. So it only gets hit once. So good news for you, because that was about to be a lot of damage.
It's still going to be enough to kill it.
That is 34 point. Oh, oops, nope, that's not right.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, it's dead.
Nope, sorry, that is not right. I didn't hit the D part. 16 points of damage.
It's dead.
Val is immediately crushed, under the creature's attack. But thankfully, it only makes one. I'm going to save one of its claw attacks is to the body, not realizing it's a body. So now, Brazzy, you are facing a giant elder brain. Okay. It's going to end its turn there. Brazzy, it is your turn, but before you get a chance, let me check something. Oh, no, it can't do anything yet. Okay, so yeah, go ahead. Oh, Brazzy, you're frightened, so go ahead and give me...
I thought, no.
you're the only one who passed, that's right. Never mind.
I'm the only one that passed, yes.
That's correct.
Okay, so this elder brain dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It's been flying the entire time?
No, it's been running.
It's been running the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, so... let's see here.
I did say I might have a high explosive in my bag. But
That's good, because it's going to extract your brain here next turn.
Oh, for the love of God. God damn it, guys. Seriously?
We ran! Why are you mad?
Because
I'm mad
Bardris and Tilcat decided to fucking challenge this thing, and it is prideful.
This is for 5 minutes at Markiplier.
You also are lucky, because it's not in its lair, so it's not getting advantage on all of its stuff like it should be.
Oh, lucky me. Lucky me. Okay.
although he lied when he said we'd be able to survive 2 attacks from it.
I said one of you would be able to survive 2 attacks from it. I did not say all of you.
That was me. Hello, how are you?
Yeah. So what's going to happen here
Whole
is...
person.
That
No,
doesn't
that
work
doesn't
on a
work, it's
dragon.
monster.
That's called Hold Monster.
Yeah. Anyways.
And that's a higher level spell.
Yes, Brazzy, what would you like to do on your turn? Thank you, Wolf, for helping us out with coming up with a monster for today's session.
So what's gonna happen here is I am going to...
Hate Wolf for this, yes.
Oh yeah.
No. Oh yeah, probably. It's not gonna be fun. That's for sure. Yeah, so I'm assuming this dragon isn't really looking at me.
That's correct.
Okay, then I'm summoning my imp first off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will be using my genie's vessel ability going into my ring, telling the imp to grab the ring, turn invisible, and run the fuck out of there as fast as possible.
Okay.
And if the dragon even tries to bite, chuck the ring. I'm going to, and if the dragon tries to bite, tell the imp to chuck the ring.
So you're gonna
Away
have the
from the
imp
dragon.
ready in action. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the imp is going to be flying as fast as possible.
So
And
if
the
you're
dragon
gonna
tries
ready
to
an
bite-
action, it does take that means that you are giving up one of your actions. So it can only go it can only run and then that's it, because it'll be ready in action.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine, because if this thing fucking bites me while I'm in the ring, I'm dead. So I'm getting out of here. That's fine.
Okay.
Sacrificing some of that movement speed is fine.
Okay. All right. Then as you go into as Tilcat sees, as Brazzy disappears, and suddenly there's nothing but a ring left as the imp picks it up and starts flying the fuck away while being invisible.
Yep. So the ring is gone. He can't see the ring.
That is correct.
Yep. Okay. That is all I'm doing for that turn then.
If the creature doesn't have true sight.
Yep.
Bardris, you are up.
So, I was told that I can use this handkerchief to talk to my sponsor, right?
Correct. Your sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
So yeah, as I'm riding the horse, I'm gonna pull that out.
Okay.
I think I found what I'd like your help with.
You suddenly see a visage of a cloaked, dwarven-looking creature with its long beard sticking out and its nose kind of sticking out with red eyes glowing.
Kill it.
And it just waits.
I'd appreciate if you could kill it, but if the dragon chases, but if that's not possible, if you could get me and my party out of here into a safe location, I'd heavily appreciate it.
The person pauses for a second and goes, "And what will I get in return?"
What would you like in return?
Your service.
Forever, for a set time, or a certain amount of actions?
If you wish me to kill it, you will have to do a grander task than this to achieve the goal of getting freedom. Otherwise, your soul is mine.
This task will be, you'll come to me when it's actually doable for me, yes?
No. I will come to you when I need it done. You will achieve it, or I will torment your soul for the rest of eternity.
And the price if you got us out of here?
It stops. You see him kind of rub his face for a second. I will take your name.
Meaning...
That is all you need to know.
Basically, identity theft or indentured servitude.
I love that you renamed your weapons, by the way.
Yeah, I did that a while ago. And that's lesser cost than you killing it?
That is the lesser cost.
I'll take it.
He smiles and says, "From now on, your name is no longer Bardrus of the Bright Blood. You must find a new name."
I mean, I've only been Barter's Brightblood's kind of it, but I understand.
And it goes quiet. And suddenly, everyone, minus Tilcat,
Wait, what?
find themselves...
Part of the party, damn it!
Sorry, man.
Well, rather, I should say Bardrus and Vasul find themselves suddenly above the surface in a mountain range in the middle of nowhere.
The fuck?
Brazi, you are still flying away.
Oh, because you were in the ring.
And Tilcat, you find yourself still fighting this creature alone.
I tried, guys. I'm sorry. I tried.
Motherfucker, you should have just killed it.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, just let me honestly give servitude to whatever this thing is, yeah.
You had no issue with that idea before.
You're not worth that much to me. I'm sorry.
To save time, I'm going to skip everyone else's rounds, because Brazi will get away successfully. Tilcat, you get one round before your brain will be extracted, and it will make a roll to see if it can do it.
I am going to reach into my bag, because I can probably still do that.
You can't reach into your bag, but you can shimmy it or shake it around, and you can probably knock out the granite flask, as we're going to call it.
I will do that, and then as it rolls down its throat, sayonara.
Okay.
And I'm going to use catapult on the cork alone to make it ricochet out of its throat and through the flesh.
Okay, let me
and
see.
let the powder dump down its throat.
You just did something far. You may have just killed your party as well. Let me see. So the cork has to make a dex save, but it's a cork, so it can't make a dex save.
It's not being held or carried by anything. It's an object, so technically it doesn't have a dex
Please
save to make.
roll 3d8 worth of bludgeoning damage. See how much damage this cork takes. I'm curious.
Well, no, I'm casting it. It's 40. Oh wait, no, 3d8. Yeah, because I'm not.
I mean, whatever level you're casting it at, I just want to do the damage.
The cork, yeah, it gets catapulted into the throat.
The cork explodes out of the thing, completely disintegrating it. Brazi, you get to enjoy the view from your ring, as you can just see a little brown thing pop, and that's all you hear. And then suddenly the dragon kind of stuns itself and like backs up for a second as it drops Tilcat to the floor. Tilcat, you take 5. You take 5 points of damage from dropping. Go ahead.
As I fall,
Mm-hmm.
Can I pitch a firebolt into its throat?
As your second action, sure.
Rolling to hit. I know a 16 probably doesn't hit since
does
it's called
not.
shot.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter if it was a cold shot. That does not hit. It has a 22 AC.
I had a chance to hit it then.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the same AC.
As you drop to the ground, the last thing Brazzy sees as this dragon collapses on top of Tilcat is this green slime engulfing this dragon as it eats away at the brain, destroying it.
Jesus.
I
Tilcat
fucking
is also
killed it.
eaten and killed by this slime. As a massive green slime suddenly appears in the corpse of what was this dragon.
Can I force my consciousness into the slime as I die?
How are you gonna do that?
Pure fucking
No.
willpower.
As the slime,
Arcana.
as the slime devours. No, Cheston.
It's friend. It's friend.
You see the skeleton of this dragon and Tilcat's skeleton get absorbed into this creature. And it seems to suddenly solidify into a blackened powder or blackened like material and creates a massive wall that now blocks off the entrance. You did kill it, but you've unleashed something far worse than you could ever imagine.
Well, never going back there again. All right, moving on.
That was the death of Tilcat.
Brazzy,
That was fun.
as you find yourself do you pop out of the ring once you see that the creature's no longer able to follow?
No, I'm getting out of here.
Okay. Well, I asked for a specific reason, but all right. So, how are you going to get out of here? Are you just going to head back through the cities and just continue to fly until you get out into the above ground, or are you going to the next city and that's it?
I'm going to be looking where Bardris and Vasul are.
You have no idea where they are.
I'm going to use the Sending Stone. Ask, hey,
The Sending
guys,
Stones no longer work because they were tied to Tilcat's
Dead.
magic.
Well, I'm
No.
getting the.
Because those should stick around even after I die
they
for
do
a
not.
little while.
Then I'm using the sundial watch
Okay, the tracker
to track them.
You do okay. Immediately you notice that they are right above you. Well, Bardris is.
All right, I'm finding the way above.
Okay, it will take you days to get back to the. It'll take you about a half a month to get to the closest exit.
Half a month
Yes.
to get to the closest exit.
Gotta get all the way back out.
Mm-hmm. You have to go all the way back down south through
Since
the
I'm the only one that
cities.
died, I won't use Mule. I'll make up a new character.
Yeah, you have to go all the way back through Gebisaro and heading through Woden and then Azerk. Then you can find the exit.
God damn
Hey,
it.
Justin, do you want to help me train for Shield Master?
We have half a month now, I guess.
God damn it. Fine. All right, I'm getting out of here, and I'm
I
bringing
guess I
the
make a
birds
level
with
5 paladin.
Okay.
I'm getting out of here, and I'm bringing the birds with me.
A level 5 paladin?
Okay.
The Amen?
And
Yes.
did the king explicitly state that I am not welcome here and
No.
welcome to the city any longer?
Nope. He
No.
said Bardris.
Just make
All right. I'm going to go to the city again on my way to pick up the kid. The kid. Well, the
That will
kids,
take
yeah.
you 5 days to get there.
That's fine. I'm on my way to the city again, and I'm going to say, so about my payment from earlier for completing your task, can I get that training?
Are you gonna stay there and train while the rest of your party mates are gone?
I'm going to stay there and train until I can get the proficiency.
Okay.
Did he
And
not
then
give
I'm
us
going to go
bonus
ahead.
payment?
Nope.
Then I'm going to go ahead and grab my little birdies, and we're getting out of here to
Okay.
meet up with the rest of the party.
Okay, so as Brazzy goes ahead and stays here for about 3 days, give me 3 stealth checks, Brazzy.
With advantage.
Yes.
So
Because you're trying to get proficiency, correct?
yes. Okay, so 17 for one of them. 15 for one of them. 19 for one of them.
All right.
Yeah.
You do not gain proficiency. To gain proficiency, you have to get over 20. As
Then
you are
I'm staying-
trained, you will have to stay longer.
That's fine. I'll stay till I get proficiency. That's what I
Okay.
said. I wanted to stay till I get proficiency.
All right, then we will come back next session for the party to do this and deal with these
Great, I'll
situations.
work on my new character.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this interesting situation. I wasn't actually expecting them to go tease the giant beast. I hope you all will join us for tomorrow's episode of hopefully TBA, if Wolf is doing a session. If he's not, then look forward to an Ender session. And then Sunday we'll be continuing with the peaceful future. The campaign where they don't tease big bads. Thank you all for watching, and have a great night.